Naomi Kyle here, and this is a super exciting time to be a gamer. 2 new consoles are launching this November, but which console is the best choice for you? To help you decide, we're putting together this series of videos explaining the differences, but let's start with the lifeblood of all home consoles, the games. Each system has a huge lineup with upwards of 20 games at launch, but did you know at least 10 of them are actually the same? With that in mind, our console experts Colin and Ryan will talk you through the need-to-know exclusive games as well as some of the big downloadable releases. Then I'll wrap things up and remind you which ones are coming to both. Got it? Good. Okay, since the PS4 is launching on November 15th, you can go first, Colin.
Okay, let's start with the 2 big exclusive games at launch, Killzone and Knack. Killzone Shadowfall continues the Vectin-Helgen saga online and off, and is definitely one of the prettiest games at launch. Or, if you want something a little more family-friendly, Knack aims to be a bright and colorful platformer with a Pixar-like atmosphere. PS4 also has a bunch of great downloadable games. Resogun is an intense shooter from the guys behind Super Stardust, and Contrast is a unique puzzle platformer with an interesting atmosphere. Some PS3 favorites like Sound Shapes and Flower will also be there on day 1. If you already bought those games on PS3, they will also transfer over for free. Beyond launch, expect a ton of huge exclusives as well. In 2014, Infamous Second Son will continue the super popular super-powered action series. The Order 1886 is a brand new game that involves monster slaying in an alternate reality Victorian England. Drive Club is a socially connected driving simulator. And like I said before, there's a ton of downloadable games that will be console exclusive on PS4. Creative games like Daylight, Octodad, and The Witness. As for unannounced games, we're expecting something big from Sony Santa Monica, the team behind God of War, and Naughty Dog, the devs behind Uncharted and The Last of Us. And of course, other notable studios like Studio London, Sony Bend, Sony San Diego, and Japan Studio are hard at work on PS4 exclusive games. Not sure if we're getting God of War 4 or Uncharted 4, but here's hoping. The future is looking really bright for PlayStation fans, and I personally can't wait for this generation to get started. For the full list of PlayStation 4 games, check out our wiki, which is constantly being updated.
Thanks, Colin. So how does the PS4's lineup look to you? Did you already pre-order a system? Let us know in the comments. Okay, that's it for PS4 for the time being. So let's now check in with the Xbox One. Ryan McCaffrey is the king of all things Xbox, so it's time to pass it over to him now.
When the Xbox One launches on November 22nd, there's several exclusive games to keep your eye on. Dead Rising 3 is all about zombie massacres with crazy weapons. Forza Motorsport 5 continues the distinguished racing franchise, and Rise: Son of Rome is a brand new action game with an ancient Roman flair to it. Xbox One's launch also has a collection of exciting downloadable games, even if there are only 4 that we know of at the moment. Killer Instinct resurrects the classic fighting franchise, much to the delight of longtime fans. Crimson Dragon is the spiritual sequel to the Panzer Dragoon games. Power Star Golf, an arcadey golf game with shiny effects. And Loco Cycle is a crazy new game from the Splosion Man team. In terms of future games, the big one is Titanfall, the brand new mech shooter extravaganza from some of the brains behind Modern Warfare 1 and 2, coming March 11th. The game is also set for 360 and PC, but Microsoft, of course, has been pushing the Xbox One version heavily. Meanwhile, Fable Legends will put a more multiplayer co-op spin on the Fable franchise, and Quantum Break is an impressive-looking new game from the makers of Alan Wake. Also worth keeping your eye on, Sunset Overdrive, a colorful free-running shooter from Insomniac, makers of Ratchet & Clank on the PlayStation. And of course, there's a little thing called Halo out there on the horizon. It's a pretty great set of games, so Xbox One players have a lot to get excited about. For the full list of Xbox One games, check out our always updated wiki.
Thanks for weighing in, guys. So those are the exclusive games that differentiate the systems from each other. Of course, there are also a ton of games that will hit the Xbox One and PS4. Games like Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Madden, NBA 2K14, and FIFA will have next-gen versions available at launch. And further on the horizon, both platforms are getting little games like Watch Dogs, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Division, Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3, and The Witcher 3, just to name a few. There is a lot on the horizon for both consoles, so here's a list of notable games you should keep an eye out for. comparison, so which console is looking best for you? Or are you getting both? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to tell us which games you're picking up. Come back each day this week for another video looking at which console is right for you, covering hardware specs, controllers, alternate input devices like Kinect, and special features like recording your own game footage. And of course, you can see all of our next-gen coverage on IGN. I'm Naomi Kyle, and thanks for watching.